Dear students, in the previous class, I had explained black body radiation, the laws governed by the black body radiation, and also distribution of energy in the spectrum of the black body. A heated black body emits radiations of all wavelengths, and the intensity of radiation emitted, it is not distributed uniformly over the whole range of the spectrum. The wavelength of the radiations emitted by the black body depends on the temperature of the body. As temperature changes, the energy emitted also varies non-uniformly, and it is found that the amount of energy emitted by radiation is found to be maximum corresponding to a particular wavelength. Say, we denote it as lambda m. See here, in this energy distribution, as temperature increases, we already discussed these things, temperature increases, the maximum energy emitted corresponding to wavelength lambda m, that lambda m shifts towards the shorter wavelength region with increase in temperature. This relationship between lambda m and T is given by a law called Wien's displacement law. According to Wien's displacement law, as temperature increases, the maximum intensity of emission shifts towards the shorter wavelength, and the lambda m into T is always a constant, and this constant is B given by this. Here lambda m and T, they vary inversely as one another. As temperature T increases, lambda m decreases. This is Wien's displacement law. And one more law was given by Wien. It is called Wien's distribution law. This law gives the relationship between energy density and the wavelength range. See here, according to this law, the spectral energy density between lambda and lambda plus d lambda is given by E lambda d lambda equal to a power a by lambda to the power 5 f of lambda t d lambda. Here a is a constant, f of lambda t, it's a function of lambda and t, and Wien's obtained this f of lambda t as e to the power minus a by lambda t, and so that Wien's distribution law is given by E lambda d lambda equal to a lambda to the power minus 5 e to the power minus a by lambda t d lambda. Say that this derivations will be there later. Let us discuss that one later. Just the law here is E lambda d lambda equal to a lambda power minus 5 e to the power minus a by lambda t dt. This is Wien's distribution law. And the law states that, this distribution law states that the maximum emissive power of a black body for a given wavelength lambda m is directly proportional to fifth power of the absolute temperature. Em proportional to T power 5. Here Em nothing but maximum emissive power of the black body, or Em T power minus 5 is a constant. What is emissive power? For any given surface, emissive power we have defined in the previous class. It is nothing but the ratio of quantity of heat radiations emitted by the surface per unit area per second to the amount of radiations emitted by the black body per second per unit area under identical conditions. And this Wien's distribution law, which is valid only for shorter wavelengths, means it could explain the variation of energy with wavelength only for shorter wavelengths, only in shorter wavelength region, so that this Wien's distribution law was in agreement with the experimental results only for shorter wavelengths. It was failed to explain the variation for longer wavelengths. So later, two more scientists, Rayleigh and Jaynes, they tried to establish the relation between energy and wavelength for longer wavelengths. While doing this, or they derived the expression, or they obtained the expression based on the assumption that the electromagnetic radiation spectrum emitted by a black body, it varies in wavelengths continuously from 0 to infinity. Based on this, Rayleigh and Jaynes they gave the distribution law for energy in a range of wavelength range lambda and lambda plus d lambda as E lambda d lambda equal to 8 pi kt by lambda power 4 d lambda. K is Boltzmann constant. And this distribution law was found to be in agreement with the experimental results for longer wavelengths at higher temperatures. So, these two laws, Wien's distribution law and Rayleigh-Jeans distribution law, Rayleigh-Jeans law, they could explain theoretically the variation of energy with wavelength at shorter and longer wavelengths separately. So later, one more radiation law was given or deduced by the scientist called Max Planck. Max Planck used his own quantum theory to give this law of radiation. According to Planck's quantum theory, a radiation consists of the photons, the energy packets. He called them as photons. He used that concept here to explain or to give the law of radiation. The derivation of the expression for energy in the wavelength for the wavelength range of lambda and lambda plus d lambda was based on two postulates called Planck's postulates. They are a black body radiation chamber, a black body. It is filled up not only with radiation but also with simple harmonic oscillators. Simple harmonic oscillators also called as resonators. Those are nothing but the atomic oscillators. In the cavity of the black body, the atoms, what do we find there, are treated as simple harmonic oscillators or resonators. These oscillators, they vibrate with all possible frequencies. The resonators or the vibrators, they vibrate with all possible frequencies. The second postulate is the oscillators, they cannot radiate or absorb energy continuously. Instead, energy is emitted or absorbed in terms of packets of energy called photons or quantas. Each packet is called a quantum or a photon. Each photon has the energy h nu. H is Planck's constant, nu frequency of that radiation, and the oscillator having frequency nu, it can possess energies 0 or h nu or 2h nu or 3h nu and so on in terms of, or it may possess the discrete amount of energy like h nu 0, h nu, 2h nu and so on. This is Planck's hypothesis. Using this, Planck deduced the expression for law of radiation. He used MB distribution law, Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution law. You are going to study this one in your third year class. He applied MB distribution law. According to MB distribution law, the number of oscillators having energy E given by N of E equal to A e to the power minus E by KT. And according to Planck's hypothesis, E is NH nu. So that N of E can be taken as A e to the power minus H nu, NH nu by KT. N takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now, let us find out the total number of oscillators of frequency nu. To find that, we find the summation of this expression. Let us find out the summation of this expression. So, N, total number of oscillators of frequency nu given by summation N of E. Now, substitute N of E here. It is given by A e to the power minus NH nu by KT. Now, take e power minus h nu by KT as x. Then this term becomes x power n, so that n is a sigma x power n. Expand x power n, you get 1 plus x square and so on. And see here, that is a into, this is nothing but binomial expansion of 1 over 1 minus x. So that we get the total number of oscillators having frequency nu as n equal to a by this. Now let us find out total energy of all those oscillators of frequency nu. We have so many such oscillators having the same frequency nu. Now let us find out the total energy of all those oscillators. For that, E naught, it is nothing but total energy, is summation energy into N of E. What is E? energy possessed by each oscillator. So we have n of e number of oscillators. So this will be the total energy of the all oscillators. So that now expand. Now simplify. E nh nu, n of e is this one, or here a constant. Substitute ns 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. While expanding, you get this. N0 means term 0. N equal to 1, you get this. N equal to 2, we get this. N equal to 3, we get this. And here, a h nu common to all terms. E power minus h nu by kt is also common. Keep it outside. Then inside we get 1 plus 2 e power minus h nu by kt plus 3 this and so on. Let e power minus h nu by kt, let it be x, so that this term becomes x square, this becomes x cube and so on. So that e naught becomes this. This 1 plus 2x plus 3x square binomial expansion of 1 over 1 minus x whole square. That is, E naught is a h nu e power minus h nu by kt by 1 minus e to the power minus h nu by kt. Substitute x here. We get this. Using 4 and 5, the average energy possessed by the oscillator, average energy per oscillator is calculated as E naught by n. Equation 5 divided by equation 4. You simplify, see here a gets cancelled. Then this term gets cancelled with this, only one term remaining. Then divide both numerator and denominator by e to the power minus h nu by kt, you get this. And this equation 6, nothing but the average energy possessed by the harmonic oscillator. This is the average energy possessed by the harmonic oscillator. Now let us find out the energy possessed by the oscillators in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu. To get the expression for energy possessed by the harmonic oscillators in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu, say, note down the difference. There in the previous equation, it is nothing but energy possessed by the harmonic oscillator having frequency nu. Now we are going to find the energy possessed by the harmonic oscillators in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu. For this, we consider this number of oscillators. Again, this is assumed here, no derivation. The number of oscillators having frequency in the range nu and nu plus d nu per unit volume is given by this. This also gives the total number of stationary modes of vibration. There, the harmonic oscillators are treated as the stationary oscillators there. So, harmonic oscillation leads to stationary waves. So, this also gives total number of modes of vibration, stationary modes of vibration. Now, the total, therefore, the energy radiation in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu given is nothing but E nu d nu. It's nothing given by the total number of oscillators in that frequency range into energy possessed by the average energy possessed by the oscillator. We have derived already. Equation number 6. Equation number 6 gives average energy. Product of these two gives energy in this range of frequency. Simplify. See here, 8 pi h nu cube c cube this into d nu. Equation is 7. Now put nu as c by lambda. We know that c is nu lambda. So nu c by lambda, differentiate. D nu is c by lambda square d lambda. Actually we get minus, but we neglect the negative sign. We consider magnitude only. It becomes c by lambda square d lambda. Differentiate this. D nu is c into lambda. 1 by lambda is lambda power minus 1. So minus 1 lambda power minus 2 d lambda. That's the method. You get this. Substitute and simplify. We get E lambda d lambda equal to 8 pi hc by lambda power 5 d lambda by e to the power hc by lambda kt minus 1. Here, substitute these things here and simplify. You know how to simplify the expression. We get this. And this is Planck's radiation law in terms of wavelength. And from this, we have to derive Wien's distribution law and Rayleigh-Jeans law. Let us consider that one in the next class.